That's a tough win to get. It's a good win to get, and just excited about the position we just put ourselves in. And you know, it wasn't always pretty, but our team played gritty, and you know, proud of them.
Coach had 31 turnovers tonight. 9 different players had at least 1 steal. Seemed like it really fueled the defense, really fueled the offense tonight.
Well, we knew we had to. Our defense was going to lead the way. We knew this game, that's the way this game was going to be played. And I thought we did a really good job, especially early, of really playing the ball and players being really locked in to what was going on, whether that was, you know, cuts, screens, drives. I thought we were really alert defensively, and I thought that led to several steals.
Your players hit a few threes. I mean, they hit a bunch, but do you feel like they did a good job of disciplining themselves, not trying to get into a three-point shooting contest with this team?
I think so. You know, we don't shoot a ton of threes relative to Northern Iowa, some teams in our league. So I thought we did a pretty good job of taking good threes. We might have even passed on a couple that we could have taken, but I think for the most part, we don't really force a lot of threes. I think the ones we take are good.
It was a game that felt, you guys led the whole way. You never trailed, but it felt a lot closer than that for a lot of it. They cut it to 4 late in the fourth quarter. You took a timeout. What did you say to the team?
Well, I was a little disappointed because our communication wasn't great there. We had a couple breakdowns in a row that led to buckets because we just miscommunication, and so I wasn't pleased with that. I didn't, you know, you can't have breakdowns consistently, and we took that time out to make sure we got all on the same page, clean up some things offensively against their trap, and I thought they bounced back from that timeout rather well.
It really seemed like the atmosphere tonight, the crowd was really into it.
It was great. It was great. I'm telling you, from the get-go, just coming out on the court to start the game and seeing the crowd that we had, just feeling the excitement there. It was fantastic, and rightly so. I mean, if you love basketball, or if you love the Lady Bears, you love Missouri State, this is the place to be this weekend.
You talked about the position that your team is in, and you put yourself in a position where you have, you kind of control your own destiny. I mean, you have a shot at this Missouri Valley Conference championship, even though both you and Drake have games next week. But I mean, just kind of talk about the position and what the team's thinking right now.
Yeah, you know, they have high aspirations. They've had them since we started the conference season, and you know, you want to be in a position where you're in control, that you're not hoping someone loses, and that's where we are. Do we have a tall task in front of us? Obviously, yes. I mean, this is a really talented team. They're a ranked team coming in here on Sunday. We've proven to ourselves and to them that we can beat them, but it's going to take a great effort again to get that, to have that win. So, yeah, I just think we're just excited. You know, I just think we're excited about the opportunity at hand, and you know, that hats off to our team. They have absolutely given us an opportunity to control our own destiny. So I'm proud of them.
You kind of mentioned some of those players that have, you know, stepped up and taken a role. Talk about Jasmine Franklin. I mean, tonight she had a double-double, 6 steals, 3 blocks, took several charges. Like, how do you have a player that's a freshman come in, and she's even grown from when we first saw her play?
Oh, she was absolutely terrific today. I mean, terrific. Making plays within our offense, within our defense, on her own. She just was amazing. Very high energy today. When she plays with a lot of energy, she is very, very good. She is a great athlete, as everyone can see, and she is a long athlete, but she also can play basketball. So we were getting a lot of production from her, and she was just outstanding today.
What have you seen from her? She's had high energy from the beginning, but her fouls have gone down a lot. Towards the beginning of the season, she was up there in the 3-4 spots. Tonight she only had 2.
We've learned she's learning to manage those, and it's tough at times, and I think one thing that we do as a staff, we try to manage her fouls as well so we can keep her out there as long as possible. You know, she has to play smart. She has to be under control, which she's learned to do. And really some of that's learned in the college game. because it's different, it's called different, and you just have to learn what that looks like and how aggressive you can or cannot be. But she also has, she's playing with a lot more confidence now. Her teammates have a ton of confidence in her, and they should.
But you mentioned the challenge in front of you. What are your keys to the game on Sunday?
Well, you have to try to slow their scoring down, which is easier said than done, because they can score layups off cuts, and they can all shoot the three, and their pace is hot. I mean, they're coming down the court quickly in attack mode. So you've got to find ways to slow them down. Defensively, for them, they're playing a zone. They get out and guard, and they're aggressive, and you have to be patient, but aggressive enough to continue to get the ball to the paint.
How excited are you for Danielle to get to experience a senior day with so much on the line?
Well, I think senior days are always emotional, and they're always special to our seniors and our team. Our team have called it not senior day; they've been calling it Dan's weekend, actually. So they, they're really excited about the game for her. But I know she's thrilled, and I'm excited because it should be a big crowd. Should be a lot of folks here, and really excited to be able to send her off with that kind of note.
We just got to keep the snow away.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna come through the snow. You can do this. We can do, if there's snow, listen, they've got a golf cart that they'll pick you up and drive you in. So just drive slow, give yourself 30 more minutes to get here, but you've got to get here on Sunday. Okay, that's rain, snow, sleet, shine, you've got to be here on Sunday.
Led the whole way, but they cut it to 4, that 48-44 after they hit their 8th three-pointer of the night, and then Kelly called timeout. What was the message of that timeout?
Just control what we can control. I mean, just our emotions, staying focused. And they're a good team, so they're gonna go on runs, and we understand that. So just work on our body language and just stay together.
You guys forced 31 turnovers tonight, and a lot of points off turnovers. Did you guys just, ball hawking, was it advantageous? Looking for moments to steal it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we stressed a lot this week on everybody kind of playing the ball, everybody know where the ball's at, and I thought we did well with that aspect.
Jasmine, as a team, how much has your defense improved from the start of the season to now? Because a lot of those turnovers, were forced by the great defense that you guys played.
Me personally, or as a team?
But it's both.
I would say as a team, we've improved tremendously because at first in the beginning of the season, we didn't gel well together, and now that we're throughout the season, defense is like our main thing that we're trying to work on, because if we don't have a strong offense, we can always depend on our defense. And then me personally, Kelly and John have been harping on me, pun intended, harping on me about my defense, try not to always be ball watching, but like act on the pass and all these things in practice and doing the little things when it comes to defense. And that's why I think it's improved, but I still have a long way to go.
Having threes, is that something you were expecting for those guys tonight?
Definitely. Yeah, that was definitely in our scouting report that they can shoot threes, and that their big shot threes well against us when we played them at UNI. So.
But you kept them off the free throw line for the most part. They didn't get a lot of attempts. Was that one of the game plans to make sure you guys shot a lot more free throws?
I mean, I guess that's always a good thing. I don't know if it was necessarily a game plan, but we'll take it, I guess.
I see a lot going on Sunday. So, and you guys are focused on the big game. There's a lot going on outside of that with Dr. Wynn, and then obviously it's Danielle's senior day. What does the game on Sunday mean to you guys?
It means a lot from, I guess, team personally, because we want to win with Dan and win for Dan, and didn't just win for us personally, because like we went to Drake, beat them at their place, and they're going to be gunning for us, and so it's going to be intense. I'm ready for it.
What are the keys to beating those guys?
Communication, everybody guard the three. They're a phenomenal three-point shooting team. Guard them in transition. Yeah.
Capitalize off their mistakes on defense.
Don't turn the ball over, because most of the time when you do, it's a three. Keep working when they go on runs, kind of like you and I did tonight. They go on runs, but we always came back at them. So.
Jasmine, I know this is your first one, Babby, since you've been there before. That #1 seed, what really seems to be important for that is that you guys play that first game on Friday and you get a lot of rest before the next one on Saturday. Have you guys started to think about, look ahead to the tournament and think about what that seeding is going to mean?
I mean, of course, it's always in the back of our mind, but we haven't really talked about it as a team. I think we're just ready and focused for the last 3 games we have, especially Sunday, so, yeah. 1 game at a time.
So just building off of that, I mean, how big of a goal would it be for you all, and how nice would it be for you all to be able to win the Valley regular season? I mean, obviously, the tournament's what gets you into the NCAA, but just a regular season championship, what kind of meaning would that have for each of you?
It would mean a lot. It's really hard to win in this conference, and there's a lot of good teams. And so for us to be able to do that, hopefully we will, would be huge.